Hey everybody, it's been a minute since we did a vlog, but we're back at it. We're out on Watauga Lake today with some friends. We just got here. It's actually kind of late, it's almost noon, but I'm gonna start throwing a big worm and dragging along the bottom. I've seen some decent sized bait fish, so we're gonna work this little corner that I'm in for a while. See if we can get a video out of it. If not, it'll just be in the vlog. And then I'll touch base with you guys probably around in a little while here, but we're gonna have a good weekend. All right. Planning to shoot an intro in a minute.
What'd you catch?
Well, I haven't caught anything yet.
Oh,
You're good. Come on. Bass.
Oh,
Oh, that's where they were. Then there's no fish over here. I have seen them jumping out here though. This would be a great place to bring a kayak. As you can see, there's been like 20 different kayakers around here. Ooh, I think that was structure. So we've got an underspin with a 7.5 or an 8-inch worm. Just swimming it kind of slow, so it's along the bottom. The water's pretty warm. I've seen a lot of dead line on this log. I might try and get it out. These kids over here were saying they were playing back in this corner earlier, so there's a likelihood that there's just no fish left over here right now. Hey everybody, it's evening. I mean, well, you guys gotta see this. Check out that sunset. Cicadas and whatnot. Yeah, it's evening. And I'm getting the car situated for church tomorrow. What I found is when I'm not vlogging regularly, I'm gonna get totally out of sync for what I need to do. So I didn't really vlog at all at the lake today. I went to Lake Watauga with some friends. It's a bit of a drive. It's a beautiful lake. It's probably one of the nicest lakes that we've been to here in East Tennessee. Carrying stuff. And definitely going back. Definitely gonna take a kayak out there because it's a beautiful lake. It wasn't real choppy, even with the speedboats and stuff going through. A lot of leisure boaters out today. They're supposed to have a lot of good fish in there, so definitely want to go back when I can and actually fish. But so on our way home, we decided to stop at a Target because they had all their tubes and floats and stuff on clearance because they're getting all their back to school stuff in. We picked up a couple for our river days and our lake days, and then we decided to go down the street to a restaurant and get dinner. And it was a toss-up. Okay, do we take something home, or do we stop and go in somewhere? And I decided, okay, let's stop and go inside somewhere. And I'm gonna story time, I guess. So about 15 months ago, we checked. We went to this restaurant. We've been there since, in between. Went to this restaurant for my cicada is really loud. For a joint birthday thing. And we had lunch and it was great. And then afterwards we went shopping a few places and we went home. And then the next day we discovered Eleanor's favorite stuffy, which is a Minecraft fox, was missing. And it looks like this, right there. Now I'm gonna have to figure out how to show you how to put a picture there, but it looks like that. She calls it Fighter, and she had it at that point for probably 3 years or so, and it had become her main stuffy. And she lost it. And I called there I called all the places we shopped. Nobody had it. Nobody had it in Lost and Found. Nobody had seen it. And so Brandy and I started checking eBay and Mercari and OfferUp or Let Go, whatever it was at the time, Facebook Marketplace, everywhere. Nobody had them. There were old listings that had sold, but nobody had them. They were the Minecraft Jinx Explorer foxes. So we, for about 10 days or so, 2 weeks, we looked. And then we like sat down with Eleanor, like, I think that Fighter's just gone. I don't think that Fighter's gonna come back. We can't find her anywhere. And she was understandably very sad, like bawled, and to the point where Brandy was like sitting there crying with her. And that next day, literally the next day, I went to work and searched again, and somebody had listed a brand new one. I was trying to remember, was it used or was it brand new? Brand new one with the tag still on eBay for like $25. But of course, we bought it. And then I was a bit of a hypocrite because when we got it, like, we're the don't lie to your kids type. We don't do Easter Bunny or Tooth Fairy or Santa Claus, but I 100%, we hid this stuffy in the house, and when Eleanor found it, acted like it was original stuffy. So all that to say, or I guess when Eleanor got it, she found it, she's like, she asked some questions. You could tell she wasn't quite convinced this is the original Fighter. But it's been 15 months of her with that Fighter, right? And she stopped asking questions after like a month or so. It's like she just attached to it. And it's primary baby. Like, it goes everywhere with us. She has to have it to sleep. Like, if it's lost, we have to find it. To the point that we kept an eye out when another one came available on Mercari. We bought that, and it's in a closet upstairs in case this one gets lost. But so today, after the lake, like I said, we go to this restaurant. When you go in the door, they have outdoor-ish seating. It's like a patio, and then indoor seating. And almost always, when we go there, they take us out to the left, and we sit in the outdoor seating on the left. It's the larger wing. Well, today, it was a sequence of events that got us there. A, that we needed to stop and get dinner because we stayed out so late. B, we decided to go back that direction because on the underpass here, they'd painted new murals, and one of them was a fox. That's Eleanor's favorite animal. So we're like, okay, well, we're gonna go back so she can see the fox. And I was like, okay, well, this restaurant's right there. Let's just go down to the restaurant. Instead of like going and trying to get something to take home, let's go sit down and eat a family meal, you know, at a table. And so we get there. They seat us immediately to the right of the door, so that like the reception area is like, I'm sitting looking at the welcome desk thing, where the greeter's booth. And so we sit down and we order our food, and the girls are just, Beatrice dumps over one of our drinks. Dr. Pepper goes everywhere, and then she has like a styrofoam kid's cup and she just squeezes it, and water goes everywhere. She's 2, you know. And so we're frustrated to the point that when the food came, I was ready to say, let's get to-go boxes, pay for it, and let's eat it in the car. Let's go. Everybody, the kids were both grumpy and whiny, and we decided, nope, we're gonna stay, we're gonna eat. We start eating, and I look up over Brandy's head, and stuck in between, like on top of a junction box, up about, I don't know, like 7 feet in the air, I see a Minecraft fox poking it, like its face poking out. And I like motion to Brandy, and I point at it, and she looks at it, and then she looks at me, because we're both realizing this is Eleanor's fox that she lost in this restaurant 15 months ago. So Brandy gets up and goes over to the the person there, and she says, did somebody lose this fox like within the last year or so? I'm like, yeah, actually, is it yours? Do you want it? And Brandy's like, actually, it is ours. But she didn't take it right away because we didn't know how to navigate telling Eleanor that the Fighter that she'd had for the last over a year was not her original Fighter, and we didn't know how that would affect her. She gets really emotional about stuffies. I get eaten up by mosquitoes. Normally I don't get eaten up by mosquitoes, but I am. So we didn't know what to do. And so we're sitting there like, just kind of like shocked that this stuffy has shown up after 15 months. And then Eleanor goes, "There's Fighter." I'm like, "What?" She's like, "There's Fighter." And Brandy said, "Well, why don't you go ask her if you can have it?" And she goes over there, and the woman knew, because we're right there. She's like, "Of course." And she gets down and gives it to her. And Eleanor's like, "I have a backup fighter. I have a backup fighter." And she comes and sits down, and she's hugging it tight. And I look at Brandy, and I'm like, do we tell her? We decide this is a good lesson in getting blessed. The fact that this fox is in this restaurant over a year later, and nobody's taken it home. Nobody's given it to another kid, that it sat there. And that today, like, the events would play out so that we would sit right there and see it. So we're like, this is a good lesson in how the Lord blesses us. And so we talked about it, and you know, we kind of tricked you because we knew how sad you were and that you needed Fighter. And I was like, I think that you knew. And she's, yeah. Then so we told her, and when she like comes to that realization, this is original Fighter, and we looked at it, it has the same like stains and wear spots from having been lugged around for 3 years that hers did. And she like sat at that table and bawled her eyes out, squeezing this stuffy so tight. And I'll try and put up another picture here of her with both of them. So now she calls them twin fighters, and she's in bed right now, just snuggling both of them. And it was just a really cool moment where Brandy and I were both kind of blown away. We just never expected to ever see that one again. And they're the exact same stuffy, except that like even the one that she has, the newer one, looks way newer because she took the other one everywhere and really wore it out with love and snuggles. So I don't know, that was pretty cool. Maybe that didn't maybe you guys don't care about that last like 10 minutes or whatever of story about this, but I thought that was really cool. So I'm getting ready to get your van cleaned up so that we can go to church tomorrow. We're kind of in a place where the fishing stuff stays in the van, which is really cool, because if we decide we're gonna go to the river last minute or something, it's real easy. We're working on kind of setting up some other bins so that life vests are always in the van. Maybe like a bag full of like beach towels are always in there, so that we're just ready at a moment's notice to say, hey, let's just go to the river today, or let's just go to the lake. You know, we wake up Saturday morning and decide, hey, let's make some sandwiches and go. We can, without like spending an hour packing everything. Oh, got this here too. Eleanor brought this from the lake. This is her surfing stick. So that was, I don't know what to do with that, but we'll do something with it. So I'm gonna get this organized and go to church tomorrow. And yeah, I just wanted to share that story. It was cool. Like, meant something to us. Really meant something to Eleanor. So, and then tonight I might actually make bait. So if I make bait tonight, I need to show you guys something actually. Speaking of bait, so let me get some of this done, and then I'll show you something cool. Okay, so I've got the thing right here. Gotta show you guys. Get laid out here. It's pretty cool. I'm pretty stoked about this. Let's take a look. Oop, new mold. We've already been making these with this one. It's the exact same thing, but you can only make one at a time. And we've been making these. Bow. This mold's falling apart. It's old, several years old. So we got one of these, and we got one of these so that we can crank out some production and get our store launched. But we also got some of these. Check these out, huh? Craws, open pour craw style bait. So looking forward to pouring these in some laminate colors and doing some swirls with two different hot plastics. So super looking forward to getting some of those poured. It's gonna be a lot of fun to use. Super cool to get some bait made. We haven't made bait in a while, and I'm probably actually going to take like a vacation day and just spend all day making bait. Pick a day that's going to be a little bit cooler because it is out here, and you can't really see it. Yeah, it's hot out here. I'm sweaty right now. But I'm looking forward to making some craws. And then of course we have our stick baits and our swim baits we're making. cranking those out too. And then taking, we're getting, once we launch our shop, take all that revenue that comes in, turn it around, get a few things for the shop, get more molds, and get a vacuum chamber, because we do need one of those. But I'm beat, so I don't know if I'll talk to you guys again tonight or if it'll just be tomorrow, but it's been a good day. This is the best way to eat corn. Butter, a little bit of this. Wow. Got a nice kick to it. Well, it is Sunday night. I'll get back in the swing of the vlog so that there's a spider. So I'm showing you actually what's going on. I'm getting ready to make bait for a few hours. Use the new craw molds. Give those a try, see how they turn out. They're open pore. So they're going to be a little bit different. They're a little more abstract. Then of course we're going to be making our finesse worms and our U-turn worms. And then we'll make a bunch of Cincos as well. And swim baits. Make a little bit of everything. Which would be cool because I'm going to be able to run two different cups. One with the worm mixture for the plastic density, and then one with the craw mixture. So like on the Durameter, you're looking at two different durabilities of plastic. The worm plastic is much more pliable, much more flexible, still durable, but it's more finesse presentation, more action. Whereas with the craw, we can go a little bit more dense plastic and give you that punching durability. But yeah, I've already got my my jugs plastic on their side. You want to let it's a good way to mix it without introducing a lot of air. I'll pick it up and swish it around, get all that resin and plasticizers mixed together. Unfortunately, we got to retire this mold. Let's see, yeah, you see where it's tearing and pieces are coming out, and that's just, it's unfortunate. But I was glad this company was still around for a little bit. I thought that they were gone because this stuff is on Amazon. This mold is still good, but I probably won't use it very often because I can make them 3 at a time, and I'm going to be selling those in the big worms in bags of 6. So being able to just run off 3 at a time, I can ensure consistency of color that way. Yeah, I got to figure out what color I'm going to start the night off with for each mold. We'll see. I'm going to figure it out now, and then I'll pop back in and show you guys pictures or videos of what we're doing as we get going. Looking good so far. Overfilled this one just a little bit. You can see it come up over the edges, but that's a beautiful watermelon red right there. Went ahead and shot a swim bait. Used the same mixture for the swim baits because you want a little more durability. Alright, our first batch of little craws just came out. I like them. Obviously I need to do some trimming up on all of them. So I think just a thing with open pores. They've got nice little kicker feet, little cups. Oh. Yeah. We did watermelon red. You can see these are in our sinking blended plastic, so they're going to have a natural sinking buoyancy. They're open pores. We do have a little micro bubbling right there. It's pretty normal for open pores if you don't have a vacuum chamber. And then we also ran one of our swim baits because we use the same blend. So probably run, I don't know, we used about half the plastic. So we should be able to get a whole nother run out of this cup. And then this is a new color. This color is beautiful. It's an emerald green with, I think that's what it's called, right? Yeah, emerald green with a gold fleck in it, and I'm hoping all these worms turned out because I love this color. I need a name for this color though, so drop a comment and tell me what you would call this color. I'll show you them when I pull them out of the molds in a second. There it is. It's in the stick bait. Beautiful. Love it. One of them had air bubbles. Pulled it off. It's in the cup to remelt. Having just those molds, which really it's not, it's like 3 new molds, right? Being able to produce 2 additional U-turn worms at once, it just bumps bumps it up another level production-wise, plus these new craw molds, new color I just made. I don't think I've ever seen it before. You saw the gold. I'm getting ready to do a red bug, or a variation on a red bug. It's not quite a pure red bug. Let me show you this new color. New color alert. There's been a lot of buzz this year about purple. We got some purple. Purple with orange and I believe emerald green. Yeah. So I want to demold all of these, get them in the water, and then I'm going to pull the stuff that's been in the water out, dry it, throw it in the pan to cure up. At the end of the night when I'm done shooting baits, I clear off this piece of desk that I shoot baits on for right now, and I lay out all the bait flat with like correct appendages and everything so that they can cure straight. And they stay on it for 24 hours before I remove them and bag them. At least 24 hours, sometimes 2 days. We'll see. But I'm excited. I've been able to run 3 colors at this point, and I'm getting ready to run a 4th color, adding just a couple more molds, definitely increased efficiency, and I'm getting stoked again for opening the shop, even if we just have a limited number of items. I'm going to be throwing up on Instagram, so run over there. I need help naming some of these colors. I mean, there's some stuff like June bug and watermelon red and green pumpkin purple. We're just going to call those things, right? But like this emerald with the gold needs a name. This purple needs a name. I've got a couple other custom blends that are going to need names. So keep an eye on Instagram. I'm going to be taking submissions for those. All right, it's about 1 in the morning. I've been going at it since about 9:30ish. My beard, my face, I'll have the mask crease from wearing my mask. It's been aired out in here, so I took it off. Got a lot done tonight. I'm really happy with everything we got done tonight. Got some red bug done and the worms, as well as that emerald green with the gold. We've got a run of green pumpkin, no, watermelon red and the craws, as well as that purple, orange, emerald color. And then I did some pearlescent whites, and I just was in a rhythm, so I didn't stop to film. So I'm gonna get the board cleaned off and start laying out bait so that it can cure straight with the appendages exactly how they're supposed to be. And I'll show you what that looks like once that's done. Got our red bug. It's hard to tell right now because it's nighttime and everything, but there's our red bug. There's our emerald and green. Same, red bug, red bug, red bug, and the stick baits. Ooh, we got our swim baits. Yeah, in that new color. We've got the craw. I think maybe that kicking craw or the kicker craw for that. It's got these little cups. That's gonna be a good trailer too. Watermelon red, and then of course nice pearlescent white right there. Of course, pearlescent whites and whites in general and the craws are better for bedding season. Good to flip those in on bedding bass, but I wanted to run some. And white, I mean, still does good. So that's still something that I would encourage you to keep in your tackle bag. And of course, watermelon red is a staple. Really happy with how these molds have worked. It's nice to be able to kick up production like that. We're gonna get the shop open as soon as possible. We'll keep you guys updated. We're gonna start taking some polls on Instagram, get names for colors, get names for the different shapes of baits and everything. But now I'm gonna go to bed because I still have to be up normal time for work tomorrow. So thank you guys for watching this vlog. I know it was a little bit maybe shorter, a little bit choppier. We'll get back in the swing of it, I promise, and then I will catch you all next time.